friends, how's everyone doing today? Welcome to my channel. I am participating in Scraps on Sunday today, and that's an open collab hosted by Denise Junk Journals UK. And what I'm using up is, I'm going to try to use up this little pile of scraps right here. That is from the little red hen, little golden book journals that I just made. So those, and then I have these right here that are also left. Not the index card, but these little pieces that were left that I didn't end up using in those journals. So, is that it? Yes, I think so. Right? Nope, yep, that's it. So, not a lot, but still, I didn't want to throw them into my scrap bin. I just wanted to go ahead and use them up. And I have all of these in case I need any of them too, which are scraps from the branding strips. The ones on this collection kit that I used with those journals was Fun on the Farm, and they have this cute little piece on the branding strip that says Fun on the Farm, and it has a little donkey or horse there. So, maybe we'll put these to the side in case we don't have time to use those. So I really would like to use those first, but these are the actual real scraps here. So this is a big one, floral piece of scrapbook paper. And I have all of these little, I was using up a file folder, and I took the file folder and I cut it up into pieces that could be like journaling cards. I cut it up into pieces that made sense, if you know what I mean. Like, instead of cutting through like half a word or something. So like, there's the whole words are on here with some lines. And I backed, it was actually like a file folder, like a thin file folder that had this print on it. And then I backed it because it had more print on the back. And I backed it with another file folder. So these are pretty thick. But even this little piece is from that printed file folder. So I think that's all the file folder pieces. And so, let's see. I have some little words here I could stand to use up. Let's see. Oh, here's a book page. Let me put that with the other pieces that I just showed you that we might not use today. And I thought there was another word here. I think that's it. Okay, there's a couple pieces here that, these little pieces right here, I left, these were colored. See, it's double-sided scrapbook paper, but on this side it has the Fun on the Farm. And so when I was cutting off the branding strip, I left it with this little colored piece. I thought that would be cute, little piece to use somewhere. This one has a little piece of the whatever was on top of it. You know, these were all on a 12 by 12 piece of scrapbook paper. Anyway, so that had a little strip of color on there from something that was on top of that on the paper. But I thought, I was wondering if I could just make these into little tickets. So to do that, I'm just going to take my hole punch here, and I just punch off the corners. I wanted to see what they would look like as tickets. So we're going to make these into tickets, and they'll be ready to go into something as a little ticket. So that's all I do to make it into a ticket. So that's a ticket now. I like it, so I'm going to make this one into a ticket too. So we will have used 2 scraps, made them into a little ticket ephemera. And I have a little box that I keep all my small ephemera in, so those can go in there. Cute. I like those a lot, actually. And then, so all these pieces, I guess I don't have any more words here. So this is a little, this needs to be straightened up a little. And then maybe I can add it to something as a little, you know, if I need a little something, I can put these words. It says needlepoint stitches. I don't know if I'll use it or not. I just left it because it was a scrap and I thought it was kind of, you know, could be interesting. Words, needlepoint stitches. Don't ask me why. And then, let's see what else. Oh, I have the word duck here. I do have this word. The word duck. And this is also a little crooked. Let's cut that so it's ready to go onto something possibly. I don't think I have any pictures of ducks, but I have the word in case I need it. Isn't that funny? You never know. We might need the word duck somewhere. Okay, so on these, I mean, I could leave these just like this. I could ink the edges if I wanted to. I rounded the corners on this one. I wonder if I can round the corners on these because they're, like I said, they're 2 file folders thick. Yeah, no. So what I do, I make the imprint when that happens. When it's too thick for, oh, that went through that one. Anyway, when it's too thick and it won't go through, oh, it went through the bottom one too. I just make the mark and then I cut it with my scissors. Oh, let's try this one again. Maybe I wasn't pressing. I don't want to break my corner rounder. Oh, it did go through there. Okay, so that one has rounded corners. This one, I think I might be cute if I just make this into like, almost look like a tall, narrow tag. So I could cut the little corners off. That might be cute. And I could punch a little hole here at the top and put a little something, a little ribbon or something there. That's kind of cute. Okay. And it's a fun little writing spot on the front and back, but I think we're going to decorate all these a little bit. And then this one, I think I would, do I want rounder corners? I think I do. I think the rounded corners really look nice, if this will go. Uh-oh. See this one, it might not go through. Let's see. Oh, went through that one. Went through that one. Oh, if I press once, it must be starting to, like it goes, makes an indent, and then I press a second time, and it goes the rest of the way through. Okay, that's what's happening on this one anyway. Okay, so now we've got all rounded corners, or a little tag decoration topper there. Okay, so the other thing I have left from those journals is the stickers from the collection kit, which you've probably been seeing me use, but I would like to use as many as possible. So let's see if we can put a little sticker on all of these. So this one needs a little tiny one, I would think, maybe just right down here at the bottom. So let me show you what I have. And so let's just put a little, let's see. Let's put a little, I'm trying to see what I have here. There's some little veggies here, and I want something that'll show up, so I need it to be colorful. So there's a little corn here, there's a little flower. There's a lot of little veggies, what I have mostly on here too, is a little like tiny things. So let me just get this little beet, looks like a little beet right here. I have no idea what journal these are going to go in, but anyway, they'll be ready to go whenever I do need them. So, and then I won't have to put these away. Whatever I use up today, I won't have to put away into my scraps or, back into my scrapbook paper or stickers or whatever. Okay, there's a little beet on that one. Beet as in vegetable. And then, so these 3 here, let's see, so like I need something small on all of these. So let's get this done quickly here, Sheree. Maybe we'll just make them all into, because they could go into like farm journal or gardening journal, or anything that I think that they would go into. Let's see, I've got 2 carrots. Let's use a carrot. Got some glue on my finger there. And I'm just adding a little art glitter glue to the back of these. So these will all be little veggie cards. Okay, carrot. What else do we have? We have a corn. Now that I've made up my mind as far as using up the vegetables. Oh, there's a cute little bee on there. I'm kind of saving all the bee things. I don't really have a bee stash, but I've made bee journals before. I don't know if I have any bee scrapbook paper, but I might have something with bees on it, so I can eventually make a bee journal. Or you can incorporate bees and flowers or bees and bunnies type of thing. Okay, I have one more carrot. but I already have a carrot. So let's use the apple on this one. Let's use this little apple on the fourth one. So I will have used up all of these kind of scrap, almost like scrap drawing cards that I didn't use. So those all have, this one needs a little ribbon on it. And I could put a little scrap. Let's see. I don't have any ribbons right here. I'll have to get up and get a ribbon, but I do have my scraps here. Let's see. I used up all my strips yesterday making ruffles. Here's my pinking shears. But let's see. What do we have? If we want a little scrap at the top of some of these. Yeah, I wouldn't mind a little scrap on the top of all of these actually. So just a little something like this one is a tiny one. Maybe we'll put that on there. And then what goes better with farm journals than a little, or farm type gardening things. Is that too big? Let's put that on this one. That'll look good on that one. We got that one for that one. Now we need one for here. And let's see, I don't want to use all gingham. I want another small one. I have a lot of these small pieces, this blue. So let's use that. And then I'm going to go grab a ribbon for this. I'll be right back. Okay, for the ribbon, I just grabbed this red ribbon here. I bought this ribbon for tassels and for this type of thing because it's not too, the width is not too wide, so it fits in any hole if you want to use it for the top of a tassel or whatever. And I bought it from Temu. So comes in handy. And it's kind of a silky ribbon. Alright, so we've got that one done now. Cute. I used up a sticker. I used up that tag that I had made or whatever. And now these, we'll just use a little art glitter glue and we'll glue these little pieces of fabric on here. And these will be super cute and ready to go. Let's see. Let's put this over the top like this. That's what it looks like on the back. So far, unless I decide to put another piece on there, which could happen. You know, I like to change my mind and do things. Just kind of figure it out as I go along. Whatever kind of inspires me. Okay. Let's move that down a little bit and go like that. And then this one with the red and white gingham. Let's see, these look the same on both sides, this particular fabric, so it doesn't matter which side I glue on. So this one's going to go over this corner right here and down like that. Okay, so I think for this one, okay, so I pulled out two other pieces of fabric to put on these because these two look like they need a little something. So let's put a couple more pieces of fabric on these. Then I think these will be done. And then we can work on using up the rest of those scraps, hopefully. Let's see how I want to do this. Like this. There we go. Give me a little bit more glue here. Right here. There we go. Okay, so that one's done. We've got our little fabric on the top and a little carrot. So cute. And then this one I just pulled these out of my fabric scraps. All my fabric scraps I have mostly cut up into these little squares anyway, right now. I had a few strips, like I said. Maybe you saw where I made ruffles out of those the other day, actually yesterday. When I'm making this video, I took all my strips to the sewing machine and made ruffles out of all of them that were in my scrap fabric, which was fun. I enjoyed it. Really a lot of fun to do that. Okay, so those are done. Now we've got all of those used, and so the next thing I kind of wanted to do was use up these bigger scraps. Let's see, I've got that one, this one. I could use either side. This one's double-sided, this one's single, one-sided, and this is another double-sided. So I have this out, and I thought it would be cool to cover this with one of these. This one almost fits, and I think this one fits. Well, that one almost fits too. They both don't go all the way to the end, but they go from top to bottom, which is fine. So I kind of like this one almost better. I don't know why, but I kind of do. So let's just glue it down, and then I have a little bit to, oh, and that's kind of cool. You can see the other pattern on the other side. Yeah, that's interesting, right? Okay, so I'm going to use Fabri-Tac on here. Since this is cardstock and this is a, kind of a slick surface on this little divider card, it's kind of, plasticized. So yeah, I think I'm going to do it like that. I think this side isn't straight, but I'll be cutting down here, whatever sticks over the bottom there. So let's not put too much glue on here, but enough to glue it down. We'll see what it looks like. We'll see what it looks like through the other side too, with the glue on there. Not sure what that'll look like. Alright, let's get it on here now. I'm going to move it around a little bit. I'm going to put it right up to the top. And then I'll have a little bit of yellow showing on the sides, which I think is fine and I think is pretty. And then press it all down. Let's see what it looks like so far. Yeah, I really can't see the glue. That's funny, isn't it? How you can't see the glue on the other side? Interesting. I guess I've never done that before. Glued something like this onto one of these plasticized index card dividers. So let's get all these little pieces. And so that is cute. I could leave it like that because at the moment this could go on any journal. I have the words needlepoint stitches here, but I don't want to limit this like to a sewing journal or something, so I'm going to leave that off and just leave it like that. I think that's super cute, and right now it could go in any journal, any theme, as long as like this color would go with it. So I'm going to say that's done, and I used up a scrap. And then I have these also. These are some more divider cards that I thought maybe were big enough to use up another scrap here. And like I said, I don't think I've ever done this before, where I just used up a scrap piece of paper on a little index card divider like this. So let's do it. And this is just like a file folder, it's actually like kind of like thin file folder, this divider card, so kind of cardstocky, but light cardstock. And then this paper is kind of thick, but it is not, I would say it's not cardstock, it's paper, but it's just thick paper. So I'm going to glue this down, and we're going to go from there, top to bottom, and we'll cut off the extra. We're going to have extra on the bottom, and we're going to have extra on the sides. But we're going to have extra paper on the bottom. This paper is going to stick out over the bottom. So let's see how this works out. Using up another pretty scrap on this divider card. There's so many ways you can decorate something like this, but I don't think I've actually ever added a piece of scrapbook paper to one of these. So it's funny how it's so simple, but I don't think I've ever done it. And then here we're going to cut off the extra here, this extra paper sticking out over the bottom of the index divider. And then I would like to cut off this extra on the index divider card over here because I don't really think that adds anything to it or looks pretty or anything. So I think I would just cut it even. Cut off these little strips. And I put it in the middle. I could have put it to one side or the other, but this little tab is right in the middle, so that's why I kind of put this in the middle and then cut off the little edges on either end. And you know, I think this would look really cute with rounded corners too, rather than these squared off corners. So let's do that. And then again, I can decorate this, add a little sticker or a little something, whatever word to go with whatever journal it ends up going into. But isn't that cute? And it can be a journaling card too, actually, because you can decorate, put a little something like I said on this side, and this side can be written on. So it could be, you know, added as a flip out. So many things I could use something like that for. So let me put my lids on my glue. I've got glue lids everywhere, and then we'll continue on with the rest of these scraps. We're going to concentrate on the scraps, and then the other things that were from book pages I'll probably end up doing in another video, but we'll see. We only have a few left here. These right here. Okay, so let's see. I have I kind of wanted to do an index card or two, as far as like, here's some 3x5, and use up these pieces, and I have some 4x6s here. Oh, and I have a yellow one here, but that was going to be for one of the book pages, the yellow, so we might not use that one today. But I have these and this blue. These are 4x6. So let's see. These two strips I'm not sure about, but they seem like they could be fun writing spots. You know what I mean? Like, wouldn't it be fun if this is a little crooked here. I'm going to straighten this up. If I can, I'm going to try to straighten this up. Straight. It still looks wider on the bottom than on the top. Let me try that one more time. But I think it would be fun if you put this somewhere in a journal, like say you have a picture or something on a page, and then you want to write a little bit. But wouldn't it be kind of fun? It might be a little challenging, but it could be a little fun to write down. See, it's got lines on it. You glue it next to whatever is over here or whatever's over here on a page, and then you can write down on these lines. I think that would be fun. I really do. So I think I'm going to save that with my ephemera, because I don't know where else I would put it, and eventually do that. I'll put it on a journal so that it'll be on a journal page, and then somebody can add something over on the whatever side. And this too, the same thing. This one's already even in it. This is really cute. This is from a postal kind of themed journal that I found at a thrift store, and I took it apart and I'm using the pages, but this has a little globe and a little postmark and stamp there. See, and even the little airmail decoration. So it's a cute little strip. That's why I had to keep it. I couldn't throw that away. So I'm gonna call those two done and ready to go, and then we'll see where they end up. Okay, so then we have just these 3 or 4 strips left here. This is the biggest one. And so let's put this one. It's got a pinked edge here, so that's interesting. But I want to put it this way, so I use up most of it on this. I think I want to put it on here. Let's see how it looks on this blue card and how it fits. Actually, I wouldn't have to waste any if I put it on here, would I? Let's do that. And let's see if we want to add anything under it, as far as maybe using up all these together on here. Or let's see, let's try these two together. It would kind of be a little collaged piece. I think that's cute. Just putting some pieces together like that. And, you know, the blues go together. So, yeah, I think we'll do that. So this needs to go underneath. Can we fold this over, or do we need to cut that off? Let's see. Let's line this up. Yeah, it's going to be hardly anything, but it could look like a little tab or something over here. It's a little... I'm going to glue it down, and I'm probably going to cut it off though, because it's a little, let's I can straighten it up here a little bit. Let me see if I can make it straight there. Maybe if it's straight, it looks like a little tab at the top. Okay, I think I made it straight because it was crooked at first, and I was like, no, I'm going to have to cut that off. All right, we worked it out. We worked it out. So let's glue this down. We won't be wasting or making any cutoffs of this piece now. So that's always nice. What we do to use up our scraps, right? And to use our scraps, it can get a little crazy, but if you like a challenge, it's a simple thing, but sometimes, but if you want to challenge yourself, it can be fun. I think it's fun, especially if they're pretty scraps. Then you end up with something nice that you can use somewhere. Okay, there's our little tab. It's still straight. Oh, awesome. And then this little jagged line from the pinking shears will look cute over this blue paper. And this is that double-sided paper. We could use this side too, but I really like that floral side. You know, I love the plaid side, but I love this side better. So I'm trying to see. I think I can use just some art glitter glue on here. It's cardstock on, well, index cards are cardstock. And some are thicker than others, but this is a fairly normal. Not particularly thin, but I think this will be fine. Alright, let's get this edge here. Just filled up my little glue bottle. Okay, so I said the jagged edge over the blue. And so we'll kind of center this. It's got gonna have a little blue showing on, a little blue sliver showing, I guess I'll leave a little blue sliver showing on the top and the bottom instead of just on the top or just on the bottom, kind of centering it here. It's just barely a little blue strip showing. Okay. Okay, so that's cute. And we could add a sticker, but again, I want it to be base as far as it can go in any journal. And then we have our lines and our little tab that we left on there. And I could add something over here later if I wanted to. And something over here. If I added something over here, I would think I would put it like right here to join these two together. But I want to wait and see what kind of journal I put it in. You know, if it's a garden journal, I'll add something gardeny. If it's a farm journal, add something farmish. So, did you know that was a word? Farmish? Okay. So all I've got left is, oh, this is double-sided. That's good because all these chickens are kind of, these have their head cut off and these have their feet cut off. So I was trying like, how am I going to use this? But okay, we can use this side. And let's see. Maybe we can decorate. I guess I would like this on the top better than the bottom. And then, gosh, I wish I had, well, this piece can I put that piece down there? Because that would almost fit on there perfect. Or I can just cut it off right there. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. Okay, I think that looks cute too. Okay, let's glue this one down first. And we'll see what we can do with that little piece we cut off. Maybe we'll make that into a tab too. And then we will have used every scrap from the farm journals. Isn't that crazy? But that's how I keep my scraps down. I usually use them with the journal, but these I did not. And then I almost didn't realize I had these, and then I was cleaning up and I was like, oh, I have some scraps left here. Okay, so let's glue this down. I think I will. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this because I'm going to put glue on. Oh, look, I got a bubble here. Let me clean this off. Okay, I'm going to put glue here so I don't put too much glue on here or on the paper that I'm gluing down. Okay. So there we go. And then we'll put this down here. Okay, so it's a little, yeah, so I think I'm going to cut right here. See if that's straight. I might have to use my paper cutter if it's not straight. And this, there's a little white piece here. And we'll see if this looks straight or what. I don't know. Yeah, it looks, yeah, this doesn't look straight. So I'm going to have to use my paper cutter here, see if this will go through. Oh yeah, I can see it's very, very not straight. Very unstraight. Okay. Okay, I think that's the best I'm going to do. I think what will make it look better is rounded corners. Here's the other side. So we made it into a smaller index card, kind of journaling card. And I said maybe this could be a, let's take that off. Maybe this could be a tab. Let me see if I can straighten this up a little bit. Okay, I think that's straight. And then let's see if we can round the corners on here. Let me get my corner rounder. It's over here. Yeah, because I think it's a little off as far as being like square, but maybe if I round the corners, that'll help. I hope so. And maybe you don't, I don't know if you're seeing it or not. I'm seeing it here in person, but I think that does help actually. And then our little, if we make a little tab here, I wonder if I round the corners on here, it would look more tabish. I think it will, actually. I have tab punches, but this is such a small piece, I don't think it would even do anything like this. Okay, that's kind of cute. I think if I fold it in half, can I fold it in half without crushing it here? Fold it in half. Then you have the flower on this side, and this side you have a little strip of red, which will look good on the other side because you have this red. I would put it here, unless we want to turn it around. Oh, that kind of looks cute too. Which way do we want it? I was thinking this would be the top. I kind of like that flower pattern against this paisley kind of bandana pattern there. So I think I'm going to leave it at the top. I think I'm going to definitely need some. I think my husband's mowing the yard. I hear a lawnmower right close to our house, so I think he's out at the very front of the front yard right now with the lawnmower, which is always good. I like to see the lawn freshly cut, or the grass freshly cut. Okay. So yeah, that I'm going to need that Fabri-Tac to hold this down. And there we go. Yeah, it's grabbing right away. So, all right. Well, see, it's coming up. I might need to put a little clamp on there or something. But okay, let's see if this is. It looks straight on this side, and it's on this side of when you turn it over. Of course, it's on the right, and this side is. Yeah, it looks crooked as I turn it over there. So I think I'd rather have it straight on this side. And if it's a little crooked on here, that'll just be the way it is. I want to make this crease a little bit more here on the top. Okay. And again, I can decorate this further when I go to use it. But for right now, I'm going to leave it like that. And it can be used just like that. I don't have to do anything else to it. And I think that is holding now, so I don't need a clamp. I want this fold to be crisp up here, and that will help my pieces be flatly, solidly glued together there. Okay, so I think I'm going to stop there. I think this video is long enough, and I'll do a separate video on, or maybe I'll just do this on my own. I don't know if you want to see it, but I want to use up these book pages here and make something out of these on index cards. Maybe I will do it on video at some point. Maybe that'll be my next video. I don't know. but I had pulled out all of this to possibly use with it, all the different sizes and colors of index cards and index card dividers. Even this one with a flower, has a flower and birds on one side and blank on the other. I thought that would be pretty to decorate this side and leave this side for writing or, you know, coloring. So that's how I want to use up these scraps. So maybe I'll do another video, scraps on Sunday, for that. But anyway, what we did today, we used up all those paper scraps, which I'm very glad of. Let me move that for a second. And some trash here. But yeah, we made quite a few things today. That little, almost looks like a little file folder, but it's like, looks like a little divider card with that tab like that. I like that. There's our little long narrow. It can be written on both sides. Long narrow tag. This is the index card that goes like this with our little flip over piece there that we didn't want to waste, so we left it on there as looking like a little tab on the other side. Here's our long narrow pieces I'm going to just save for gluing on a page at some point in a journal, and there'll be writing spots. And then we made this one. We covered this manila folder type divider card with a tab, the letter C. This one is another divider card, the plasticized one we covered with another pretty piece of scrapbook paper. And then we used up all these little pieces that I had gotten out, you know, made but didn't use. Too, that was, you know, from the same, this was all from the same file folder. So, yeah, quite a few little pieces to add to my ephemera stash. And then I'll continue and I'll use up the rest of those. And then I'll be on to my next project. So thank you for watching today. I hope you enjoyed. And I'll see you then. Have a great day.